306 public episode.
What's up? Remember that? I just made that up. I made up what's that?
A very special area code today. May I say elbows up? It's Saskatchewan's area code.
And Regina and Moose Jaw.
Oh, excuse me. What was that second one?
Excuse me?
What was that second one?
It's called what?
Pause.
Yeah.
Rick
Yeah,
or Scratch?
I said Saskatchewan. That's covers all of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lloydminster, half of Lloydminster, I guess.
Half of it, yeah.
Because half's in Alberta, of course.
Why are the area codes like that where, like, 305, we were just talking about 305 is Miami,
Mm-hmm.
and then it goes to Saskatchewan?
The Miami
That's
of
crazy.
Canada.
The Miami of Canada, that's right. It's full of Cubans, it's gay as shit.
It should go like it should start up in the very tippy top of the Northeast and then go all the way down to Florida, like 1 through whatever, and then go right back up and then go down and then just sort of kind of zigzag across the United States. Then you can get into Canada and do that. Because I think it's fucked.
Well, if you look at the U.S. interstates, they make sense going across.
Mm-hmm.
Higher numbers in the Northeast, lower numbers in the Southwest.
What is it? Even numbers east-west, odd numbers north-south? Is that how it works?
No, maybe. Not always though, because some of them turn.
It's fucked up they make you do math just to call somebody.
Yeah. We used to have just regular phone numbers. Now we have.
You used to be able to just call up the damn operator. It was some bitch, and you could tell her, I want to call my grandma, bitch. And she would have to put you up, she would have to pass you through.
That's her last name. That's Grandma Bitch.
Grandma Bitch. It's a German name, I'm sorry. We're Pennsylvania Dutch, so we have names like bitch and bastard.
That lingo post was so good.
Yeah, I think Lingle might go viral. It got the Will Miniker retweet earlier. But yeah, so it's a account history nerd saying Irish were amongst the first slaves in America, sold, beaten, blah, blah, blah. And Lingle quote tweeted and said, "My grandma told me this growing up, and I told my teacher, and he called my grandma a liar, so I smashed a chair over his head for the disrespect."
Damn.
Yeah, I'm sure, man.
I'm imagining a like 35-year-old Joe Pesci playing a 13-year-old Justin Lingle for this memory.
Yeah, he used to be really fat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's so cool. They were indentured servants. And what does it even mean, really? Because those weren't your ancestors. Like, I guarantee those were not your ancestors. My Irish ancestors, they were not the people who were, like, kicked out of Ireland by Cromwell, and then they got sent to Barbados. I'm pretty sure all of them just died. Like, my Irish ancestors, they got here during the famine in 1849.
Mm-hmm.
They were never slaves.
And we know that the Lingles came from underground, so they didn't come from Ireland. They came during the mole famine.
I actually traced his family tree way back.
Okay.
I forgot I did it until the other week. I found where the Lingles spawn is, and it's I think it's Hesse, Germany. Friend of the show.
Our friend.
Area friend of the show.
Oh, Hesse Lingle?
Hesse Lingle. There's a Lingle spawner inside Hesse.
Interesting.
That's factual to say.
Fault.
And his earliest ancestor I could find is named Conrad Lingle in the 1600s.
Okay,
Conrad Lingle.
Man, imagine going to Conrad and he's like, dressed all dapper and he's like, I'm excited to start my family.
Just imagining Lingle as an aristocrat.
lineage.
Like,
yeah,
Baron von Lingle.
Mm-hmm. King Lingle. I mean, it is King Lingle.
King Lingle. Digging up Neanderthal bones in Germany. I found a bone, sis.
Talking to some queen.
Yeah, bringing it to the Empress.
Sis, I found a bone.
wait, is this the same guy? Hans Conrad Martinus Lingle?
Maybe.
This morning, Lingle's tweet: Sparta kicked a pedophile into a fire pit. Watch him burn alive, screaming in pain while I drink my morning coffee. # goals.
Come on, Lingle.
Yeah, I think this is the right guy.
Okay.
Son of Franz Frank Lingle?
Son of Franz Ferdinand.
And Mrs. Lingle, who was spelled differently.
Yeah, interesting.
That's pretty cool.
That is cool, man. That's awesome that it goes that far back.
Alex, have you ever looked into the payola scandal from like the mid 2000s for all the big like radio stations and shit? And how Franz Ferdinand's management was sending out like PlayStation games and shit for extra plays on Take Me Out. So
that's
awesome.
sick. Yeah, that makes sense. They got a huge
I
hit.
say, don't you know? I was looking at because like you could find all of those public emails to see what bands got like what they sent out for their spins to each city, and some of them were so fucking funny. Some of them were like tickets to shittier bands. Like it's really good.
That's sick.
I love stuff like that.
Sending out some towels.
Some of that was so fucking rigged though. Like some of those shit ass bands that just got mega plays because they had so much money to spend on gifts.
Yeah, probably Finger 11.
No,
they were probably sending out like full PS3s.
First ever band I saw live.
Oh yeah, they were CanCon. You don't even have to do payola; it's built in.
It's awesome.
They were opening for Ozzy Osbourne.
But back to the lingle thing, it's kind of conceptually funny to me that like these random guys in Germany in the 1600s who no one has thought of for like 500 years. Their descendants don't even know who they are, never think about them. The first time anyone has thought about those guys in 500 years is me. Like they're just sitting there in the ground, completely forgotten. Bizarre. And then I look them up because I have a mental illness, and there's some guy threatening to kill pedophiles with a chainsaw on Twitter and replying to Melanie Mack. Mormons do that. Mormons do that with people's ancestors. That's why the Mormons run all the genealogy stuff, because they'll just find people's ancestors who died and then posthumously baptize them. So they'll baptize your 10th great grandpa as Mormon, which go ahead. I don't care.
If you look at it, when it says mother, it says Mrs. Lingle. And I like to imagine that he like somehow digs this far back and sees it and just looks at it and goes, Mom?
Yeah, wait a minute. That's my mom's name.
My mom? How old were you?
She died? Oh my God. I knew she was old, but this old?
On another site, like on this like just handmade site that my great uncle made before he died that somebody else maintains now. If there's like an unknown first name for a family name, it'll just say UNK with a dot. I'm like, oh, Unk, that's Unk.
Unk.
That's Unk Hudson right there.
My Uncle Unk.
I want to make one and just like lie on it and just have everybody just like it doesn't make sense. Just make up people. I want to
add Brad Pitt and George Clooney.
Yeah, exactly. And just be like, oh wow, I'm related to Obama. Let's
my
go.
dad is Brad Pitt. My mom is George Clooney. My grandparents are like King Charles of England, the Queen who died.
Maintain like 2 generations so people look at it and be like, yeah, okay, that's grandma, that's grandpa. And then it's like, oh, wow, look at that. FDR, that's crazy. That was a president.
Yeah, my grandpa's Barry Gordy, so that means my my cousin is one of the guys from LMFAO, and then, Red Foo, and then Sky Blue is the younger one. Mm-hmm. Sky Blue is the grandson, and Red Foo is the son.
Red Foo is the
Barry
son,
Gordy.
Barry Gordy, yes.
Pretty cool.
Black Foo and...
Hey.
Hey, he's mixed.
Oh.
He's a mixed Foo.
He's got some cool t-shirts that he's still selling, right?
Did you guys see the other big news, music news today?
What's that?
More allegations about Jesse Lacey coming out right before they launched their world tour comeback.
Shocking.
Oh, more?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
At least this time, I hope it was adult women.
They were 15.
Oh, fuck. Again?
Wow. That's hard to believe. That's crazy. This would happen so many times.
He's such an extra weirdo, too, because he would like take the girls and their mom out to dinner when they were in town and be like, we're just friends, and I just don't want anyone to get the wrong idea that we're just such
okay, so there were adult women involved, so that's a step in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to just only date their mom. That's the solution to this.
I'm gonna take you to Rainforest Cafe if I have a sleepover with your awesome, cool daughter. That's sexy. That's my sexy friend.
It's so fucking weird.
Yeah,
what a weird guy.
He was 27 at the time. She was 15.
Yeah, goddamn. You can't fuck a 27-year-old. You fucking weirdo.
Or a MILF.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Or a guy.
Yeah, why not?
He should just fuck Morrissey.
A 27-year-old guy.
I think he wants to fuck Morrissey on some level.
Do you think he ever said things like, any panties are lacy panties when I have them?
Probably. That's how he got that name.
Nasty. Don't say that shit to me.
They just call him Jesse Horny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's acting brand new.
Yeah.
He's acting brand new for sure.
Sure is.
They should put him in jail.
Gotta think of a fucking... Oh, yeah, if they're going to jail, he's gonna get fucking hit with your favorite weapon. Sorry, okay.
Ooh,
Go
shit.
ahead,
No, I was just... I was surprised that his image was rehabilitated enough that he was able to like go on a tour, period. I was like really surprised to see it.
He had a really half-assed... Well, I think this is all sort of things like, too, where it was... Nothing's proven that it was physical and it was all grooming via AIM and shit and like buying them gifts and flying them out to places. But they couldn't prove anything.
Yeah, they couldn't charge him with anything. But even then, like, I'm not listening to that band anymore. I can't do it.
Dude, he had a half-assed apology in 2017 when the first allegations came out, and literally so many people were like, bro, there's a tweet right now with like thousands of retweets. I was reading about the other allegation. It said, "Thank you, Jesse Lacey, for touching those kids and giving us the devil and God are raging inside me." Like, these people don't care. That's how they can still do these tours.
I mean, yeah, you think about all the people, like, I mean, look at Donald Trump, look at Conor McGregor. People don't give a fuck about this shit. You know what's really fucked up? You know why people like disassociate Diddy or associate Diddy with like bad and all that stuff? It's because of gay stuff. That's literally it. They don't care about like those women were trafficked. There's just like a joke. If all Diddy did was just traffic those women and abuse them, then they'd be like, oh, it's not that funny. But the fact that like he did baby oil with gay stuff, that's crazy. Like that's why Diddy's so popular.
That's the thing though. It was mostly not even gay stuff. It was
I know. But I mean, people aren't reading that. They just saw that.
Using baby oil on the women to rape them in the ass. Like
I know, but guess what? They don't.
I know, but that's like in the American public's head, it was like, oh, it was fucking Diddy and Odell Beckham like rubbing on each other with baby oil, which that probably did happen too, to be honest.
But like, I mean, you look at Russell Brand is just arrested for sexual assault, which of course.
Yeah, this is the first.
And then
this is really the first one that
I love you, Russell Brand.
The first one I didn't see it coming, and it's really hurting me.
Yeah, I know. I thought of you immediately, Michael.
Thank you. Huge
big brand head.
I'm a huge brander.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
brand man.
Also, like, how can you be as creepy as him, and then one of your charges is oral rape? Fuck you.
Yeah. But like it's the same with like Donald Trump and like I mean Epstein, like all those people. Like you're like, hey, they are attracted to 15-year-olds. They're like doing this stuff with teens, and then you have like dipshits go, well, maybe they were hot, and it's like, God, I hope you die. I hope you just burn in hell. Not to get too lingo, but fuck.
No, there's literally guys that will be there's of course a group of guys being like, hey, I've seen 15-year-olds. You can't tell,
Yeah.
Or the guys that are like,
that's what I mean.
And they were paid well. I'd let them fuck my ass and mouth if I was 15. If I got paid like them, like
I would go on that plane all fucking day.
That's
dude.
how seriously how these guys act without saying it.
It's
so
disgusting.
Weird.
Yeah, there are a ton of people who believe that stuff.
It's like one of the conservatives, like the guys that are like really like insecure with their sexuality, where they don't even make like those types of jokes, but they'll turn around and say, if I was a woman, I'd let all my friends fuck me. It's like, cool. I'd be a slut. Okay. So how do you get mad at women that are a slut in your eyes then, man?
Well, because they're not a guy.
Yeah,
because they didn't get turned into a woman with a spell.
Yeah.
They're not turning back into a guy at midnight.
Yeah. Yeah, women are only allowed to act like that if they used to be a guy. And I don't mean trans shit. I'm not talking about trans shit. Bear with me here. So there's a magic spell that turns me into a woman, and then I get to be a slut and all my friends fuck me. But it's not gay or trans or LGBT or any of that stuff. It's completely straight, and it's Christian as well, and it's biblical.
It sounds like a Whack Nicholson Fortnite stream
as soon
now.
As at midnight hits.
Yeah. Hold on. Well, let me try and explain it again. Okay, so I wake up and I have a huge pair of tits, and it's not gay.
There's a little kid in the lobby ignoring him.
To be fair, Whack Nicholson Fortnite stream is him recording himself playing Fortnite and then playing that while talking over it and saying some of the most insane shit. Oh, actually, dog.
What the fuck, man?
And again, there was two people in there watching him, and it's Nate and Drew.
Yeah, I guess his thinking was like with the Subway Surfer stuff, where you have like gameplay of something, and then it's like a smart thing up top to help you pay attention, but no one wants to pay attention to him anyway.
Sometimes he would do that and like watch a movie at the same time and just like blare it through like the speakers, but you couldn't see it because he was afraid of getting like DMCA'd. So you could just hear it and hear him talking and watch him play. They were crazy. Because I would get all those notifications every time we went live. Drew and Nate were just like texting me 1,000 times, like, "Oh, we're gonna hop in and watch," and then like I would actually click on it and like try like go through incognito so it didn't say Tom on here's and we actually looked at it, and then there'd be two people in there. It's fucking
It was so
every
brutal.
single time.
Like our Discord wouldn't watch those streams.
No, because they were
people on our Discord were like, "No, I don't want to." No,
those people are freaks.
We watched 52-minute long Robbie P2 mukbangs, but we won't watch Heck Nicholson play Fortnite for 20 minutes.
The early
it's
ones,
just too weird.
It was weird. The early ones were really funny when he was like, "I'm going to address the allegation," and I was like, "Oh God!" And he just dug himself deep.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I was like, maybe don't. maybe you're not a big celebrity.
He
it's okay.
just started talking about shit that no one even accused him of.
Yeah.
And another thing about my divorce. So she didn't take everything. It was just most of it. It would have to be 100% to be everything. Okay?
She didn't take my cool shutter shades.
Yeah.
Got these things on still. Hey,
She didn't take my spirit.
He will be the guest next week.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's our
We're going to have him on and have him tell us about Grums. So what did you do with Grums? You did some sort of expose? Well, actually, no, it was a pod... Well, I don't know if I should say anything in case they're going to sue me. But I do have a Fortnite stream.
We should make a podcast called just something about rehabbing people's images. We have all the canceled people come on.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah,
I'd love to
sex
talk
rehab.
Yeah, we can fix you with this 50-minute podcast.
Yeah. What would we call it even?
Jizz talking.
There you go. If it's strictly sex rehab, then yeah, it's not bad.
How about canceled rapists?
Yeah, canceled rapists.
Yeah.
Whoa, you got the episode title.
Then in parentheses says
rehabbing the rapists.
Not the hosts, the guests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the host.
The canceled rapist podcast.
Oh, in
No.
parentheses.
Yeah.
The canceled rapist, not the host.
Yeah, it's like that podcast Behind the Bastards. It's in parentheses. The subjects that we're talking about. It's not me. I'm not the bastard.
Yeah, not me. Not us, guys.
Who was behind those bastards that made this podcast?
And don't say it's a gay guy. Don't say I'm the bastard and there's a gay guy behind me. I've heard it before and it's not funny.
It's not clever. It's not cute.
It's not cute. It's not fucking funny to say there are people doing gay shit to my butt.
Not fucking funny.
No, you guys are so fucking immature. Every time I fucking say someone's behind me, there's a weird big bastard behind me. You think he's fucking me, and he's not. That's Robert Evans. That's a direct quote from him.
Oh, wow.
You know what I was thinking about the other... That actually would be him. You know what I was thinking about the other day is when Val Kilmer passed away, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Rip.
The guy from Twitter that had the fat Val Kilmer picture, Kilovies. You remember him? He was he was like just the world's galoot. He'd lock himself out on his own balcony for hours at a time until his like roommate got home, like all the time.
How do you lock yourself out on your balcony?
I forgot about that. Yeah, he was like a really depressed guy who would always talk about like, oh, my dad heard me crying again. And then like he like randomly out of nowhere like accused Felix of like being a Me Too guy. Which it's been like 11 years and nothing.
I think it was I think it was somebody that he had
him.
a crush on Twitter at the time, probably gave Felix attention. So he basically was like, cool, everyone's giving this fucking rapist attention. Very nice, very nice. Cool. And he was just this he was just a depressed loser from Pennsylvania that would lock himself out on his balcony and then tweet about how gay Felix is while he's sitting there in the cold waiting for his roommate to get home.
Yeah, like a home halfway type guy. Who would just like laboriously post like horrible puns and then be like, oh fuck, like I just fuck, just like bailing on the jokes halfway through and then DMing people like, can you retweet me? Like one
He's
of those
also
type
kind
of
of
guys.
a wet blanket type too, where like, you know, when people would laugh at things that were like widely loved to laugh at, like the playing dad changing his birthday type thing, and he'd be like, cool, now we're just making fun of a guy we were all friends with a month ago. Like, not
speak for yourself, brother.
Wet blanket types like that can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, because they're just like, they're gonna make fun of me next. If we're making fun of someone for lying about when his birthday is at like age 42, so it doesn't conflict with Follow Friday, if we're laughing at that, then you might laugh at me doing the same shit. It's a slippery slope from laughing at people for like DMing 27 people and saying I'm gonna kill myself if you don't retweet my new pun about motorcycles, and then like making fun of me doing the exact same shit.
I've told people that before. If I die, I already know there's gonna be people that will make jokes on Twitter and there'll be dipshits that retweet them, and that's okay. Because when it happens to them, I'm gonna do the same thing.
Yeah, who
You'll
cares?
be dead.
It has no power.
Yeah, I'll be dead anyway.
Like that's why I
care?
never understand when people get mad about jokes when someone dies.
Yeah.
And
it
like,
means nothing.
it's not even worth doing it because like people get mad at you. But even like, I do have like the little inkling in my brain when like David Lynch or someone dies, like even someone I really love, to just post like, oh fuck that guy. I'm glad he's dead.
Yeah, just post like the worst takes.
Yeah,
it's
funny to me.
Be like, well, David, we loved your work, but we knew the next thing you'd come out with would be a big stinker because of how old you were, like that type of thing.
Yeah, I'm glad he died before he could put out a really shitty movie.
It is like it's conceptually funny to me, like it is to you, where it's a good idea in my head where it's like that would be kind of funny and upset enough people, but it's like
it's like sticking your head into a funeral parlor and being like, oh, the guy who's dead, he was fucking gay, and then you just like sprint away.
Oh, this looks like it sucks in here.
Yeah, but that has no actual power.
Yeah, but it's like it's pointless, and I'd rather get people mad at me for like. It's too low hanging fruit for me.
Yeah, it's too
for
easy.
Everyone to like yell at me for. It's like I could do that a million times, but I want people yelling at me for things that haven't like happened yet. Like things a new situation, not some easy thing.
My new thing's gonna have like a change my mind Steven Crowder type table at like conservative events, and it's gonna be like the trolley game. And on one side is a bunch of pedophiles, on the other side is a bunch of terrorists, and they gotta pick which ones they're gonna kill.
Yeah, I don't like making fun of people after they died, mostly because after watching clips, the clip of Norm Macdonald do the crocodile hunter joke after he died. It's like, you're never going to get close to how that funny that was, and there's no point. I just watched that again the other day. That's so funny.
That's true.
It's true.
It really depends on who dies. There's so many jokes out there because we never know who's gonna die. And there's a perfect joke waiting out there.
Yeah, I remember making jokes when Kobe died, and like 2 years later, I was just getting into it with somebody on Twitter, and some guy replied, he was like, "Hey, this guy was making fun of Kobe when he died. Don't even just disregard his opinion or something like that." Like 2 years later, it was
that's
awesome.
why you shouldn't do it. You might lose an argument because of it.
Okay,
it's true. You might lose a friend, a follower,
multiple friends.
Well, it's all right. I'll die on that hill making fun.
I'll die on that helicopter.
All right.
I'm sorry. Don't get mad at me 3 years from now. I didn't mean it. I support Kobe and everything he did to women.
Great guy.
Great guy. Never convicted.
Never convicted. Yep. And he played basketball good, so I forgive him.
That's most important.
Not as good as Larry Bird.
The death jokes, they get funnier to me with how arbitrary they are. Like making fun of Gene Hackman. And that shit, and the way he dies, because it's like there's no reason to hate him, there's no reason to be mad at him. Like it feels so like lame when it's like Henry Kissinger or something, and there's a million people being like, "Oh fuck him! He's in hell. I'm gonna piss on his grave. What a piece of shit." But when it's like Betty White or something, and it's like fucking L. Betty White, you stupid bitch.
That's my favorite. But when Ken Klippenstein was unironically doing the Rip Bozo video and song for Bob Dole.
Yeah, Bob Dole, and saying he was killed by cigarettes, which he wasn't.
The Betty White one's funny because I remember tweeting about like, oh, she's like 90 something years old. I hope her pussy gets ate real good soon. And then like 2 days later, she died. And I just remember replying like, never mind. And it went viral, and all these people were like, what the fuck? What did you do?
She died during my brother's wedding, and I kept going around when I was drunk to all the other guests, being like, "Did you hear Betty White died?"
Just loudly.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh my god!"
Breathing beer breath into their face, like, "Did you hear?
Did you hear?"
I still like when Robin Williams died. That was my favorite one.
Yeah,
and no ill will towards Robin Williams. Great actor, great. I won't say he's a great comedian. But it was kind of funny when people were posting like, "Jeannie, you're free."
Oh yeah, that's the classic.
Remember Jeannie, you're free?
Jeannie, you're free.
Yeah.
Posting that like 2 weeks later, just posting Jeannie, you're free until people get mad at you.
Jeannie, you're free now is awesome too.
Especially after he killed himself.
That one, the one post right the day before, on August 10th, 2014, when that girl said, "The day Robin Williams dies, the day I give up."
The very next day.
He killed himself the next day, like he read that tweet.
Yeah, and he's like, "Bet."
Yeah, like looking through her pictures.
She replied herself like, "Oh my god, I'm so." What? It's so funny.
And she didn't even do it. She's fine. So.
That was so out of nowhere too, and like he hadn't really been doing anything as far as projects go, and it was like
no one had any.
She probably just watched like Jumanji or something. Was like, "Oh man, I love Robin Williams." Tweets that like from bed and goes to sleep, wakes up, he's fucking dead.
Yeah. And it turned out it didn't really matter too much.
No.
Like, was he going to make another great movie? Probably not.
No, he had Alzheimer's.
He made enough movies.
He was in bad shape, so
it was time for him to go.
Yeah, that's why
he had Lewy body dementia.
That's yeah. Yep. So it was, and like he
feel
started feeling the
memory
effects.
Memory shit's like the scariest thing.
Yeah, he felt the effects, and he's like, I just can't. He was like,
I'm
I
out.
couldn't do it.
Yep.
So bye-bye.
Yeah, because you can't approach somebody and be like, I really don't think I can do this. I'm gonna kill myself, but I want to say goodbye first. They're not gonna let you.
Yeah, of course.
I would let him do it.
If Robin Williams came up to you,
if Robin Williams called me up and said, I'm gonna kill myself, I just want to say goodbye to you, I would say, all right.
Yeah, like Michael said, you're woke.
How'd you get this number?
I would call him Alex Kevorkian.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like a reverse suicide hotline. Like No Judgement. The No Judgement Suicide Hotline. Hey, whatever you want to do, man. Live and let die. Live and let die.
My business.
Just getting that number like one number off, and like it's your phone line.
Yeah. Trying to snipe the domain.
Like hey, I don't know.
Hey, it's up to you, man. I don't know.
I'm doing kind of bad. And you're just like, so?
Yeah, it sounds pretty shitty. I'll do whatever, man.
I don't fucking care.
Not my problem.
I remember we were downtown in Royal Oak.
I mean, they can always make a new person, so.
Like 20 years ago, my dad was like, there he is, Dr. Death. And Dr. Kevorkian's just sitting outside a cafe.
He gave you a death stare?
Yeah.
Like, you're not ready yet.
Not a big
in 20
needle.
years, I'll be seeing you.
With the one number off thing, the phone in my college dorm, I think it was either one number off or it was the old number for this charity called the Mustard Seed, which helps homeless people. But I just moved to Calgary and I had no idea. And so people would call and be like, is this the Mustard Seed? And I'd be like, no. And I think once I got pissed off. I'm like, no, this is me, Mr. Mustard, bitch, and hung up. And so they were just trying to call like the nice homeless charity. Yeah. Get my little 20-year-old ass.
You asshole.
Another prank you could do is just let them live there.
Yeah, everyone, come on in.
Hey, yep, this is the Mustard Seed. Move all your shit in here.
What kind of name for a homeless charity is that? The Mustard Seed, though.
I think it's like a biblical thing or some sort of proverb.
So, actually, it's very interesting because if what they say is that if you have the faith the size of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. But imagine if your faith was the size of an avocado seed. Imagine what you could do with that.
What if your faith is the size of a mountain?
And imagine if you had PBF, or as I call it, pure blind faith. That is a direct quote from Pure Blind Faith.
Oh, shit.
Tom's favorite book. Boston Mom book. That's awesome. That's, you know what, now as I sit down here and I think to myself that I just know that. I know that's a direct quote talking about having the faith the size of a mustard seed can move a mountain. Imagine if your faith was the size of an avocado seed.
That's one thing I got to give Boston Dad credit for. Boston Dad's annoying as fuck, but at least he like does things that he wants to do as far as making annoying songs and doing dances and shit. And even driving around to town signs to make stupid videos. Imagine, and a lot of people don't have to imagine this because it happens to them, but being married to someone who thinks they're talking to God all the time would fucking piss me off so bad. Shut the fuck up, you and God.
Yeah.
Her book is like just dumber Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Where she like goes to LA and encounters like celebrities and she just sort of like stumbles her way through.
What's
and then she takes a boat. She's cousins with who's the R&B or like the god-damn it.
P. Diddy.
SWV?
No, there was
it was from Buffalo, New York.
Yeah, but she's shit. She went to Rick James parties.
Oh, Rick James, bitch.
Oh shit, that's not good.
And then she worked for, she never names the directors, but she would travel all over the country. That's where she bought the outfits for their wedding, where she bought 9, like, saris and, like, I forget what the men's, like, wedding gear is called. But she bought those and was like, oh, I'm going to have 9, like, bridesmaids and 9 groomsmen. And, but she worked for all these directors and all these people in Hollywood because they didn't really have to pay her all that much. The one people just bought her a boat that she could live on.
Whoa.
Instead of in lieu of pay.
Oh, yeah.
And they were just like, all right, sure, whatever. But you just have this insane woman that's just saying like, yeah, and I was talking to God today and he said, and you're like, all right.
Yep. He said to spend as much money as possible on your wedding. So your day one of marriage, you're just broke as shit.
I imagine those rich people were just like, all right, God, like let's just not talk about drowning our kids and we're straight. Like let's take advantage of this lady. And They did.
Yeah.
Sure enough. But she would like, oh, they're like my second family, and like they don't pay her. She just like it's a very strange book that I've read twice.
Yeah, the Bible kind of gives cover to a lot of crazy mental illnesses.
Mm-hmm.
Like it allows people like that to be like, I'm on a vision quest from God, and God is telling me to do all this stuff, and I'm the main character. And it's stuff that if you're looking at it outside of the context of religion, it's just obvious mental illness. It's just insanity. It's like antisocial behavior. It's narcissism. It's like manic episodes and shit. But you can just look at the Bible and say, well, there are a bunch of guys in there, and this is like the good book about the good people. And they did the same thing, and they just said they're crazy, and God is talking to me, and I can do whatever I want, and I can go around yelling at people, and you have to give me money.
Yeah, one thing those people did in the Bible was actually do something. And God was like, not like, hey, you're going to live on a boat. Yeah, one day you're going to live on a boat. And then also like...
Well, he said that to Noah.
Oh, by the way, well,
he gave him animals.
Also, RVs are considered the boat of the road, so that counts.
That's true.
That's smart.
Yeah. So it's cool, but yeah, it's just it's a big mental illness, and I think she's quite unwell. And then she like got him to stop making commercials because he was doing like commercials with like women in them, like dressed
bikini babes.
Yeah,
like a Hooters
and he
commercial.
called that like she called that porno.
It's demonic.
He was doing that. They lived in Vegas for like a year, and he was doing that. Then they moved to Boston and lived with his mom, and she hated it, and then made them move down to Florida. And then he would fly up to Boston. He would still do those commercials, and she was just like, I prayed every day. I prayed all the time. And then he found God. And
laying around eating and praying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the great thing about those people is they never conclude, oh, God wasn't talking to me.
Yeah.
I wasn't on some special quest. I've just been annoying to my family for 50 years. They never say that. They say, oh, I don't know. I guess God had a plan for me, and it was me being blind and bald in an RV.
It's either my quest is done or God gave up. Like, which one is it?
Yeah, I think I'm like Job or something.
No, her quest is done because she had pure blind faith. She just went in and without knowing anything and just moved places, and everything worked out for her, and now she's purely blind.
I remember when I was a little kid and learned about Job, and I was like, every time anything bad happened to me after that, I was like, no, I'm becoming Job.
He's doing it again. Yep. Yeah, God was a dickhead.
I read that, and I was like, that was Old Testament God. And I was just like, man, that sucks. What a dickhead God is. Like, just fucking with this guy.
Yeah, like, fuck you. Who cares?
A point. Yeah,
if you're going to do that, I'll just go to hell.
Oh, the devil. The devil dared me to fuck with you and ruin your life like 100 times over. Well, fuck you, man. Fuck the devil. Why are you talking to the devil? He's bad. Dickhead.
You damn it, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Just Job with talking like Darkstone 420.
Telling him, you damn it.
You damn it.
You damn it, bitch.
You damn you.
You damn you, motherfucker.
I think vlogs is like the modern day Job, where he's just being.
No, he would never get a God. He would never get a Job.
No. Job. Well, it's pronounced Job. It's pronounced Job.
That's bad. I read it in a fucking Bible, dude.
Yeah, I think he must have borrowed a PS5 or something, because he got like permabanned off of all PS5 online services because he was telling people to kill themselves, and then somehow he got another PS5, and I don't think he bought it, and I don't think his parents bought it. I think he was borrowing it from somebody, and then he had to give it back. And that's why he switched to an Xbox 360 with like the mod on it. Yeah. And he's got all the games downloaded, and he'll just play one for 14 minutes and be like, I got all these fucking games. I got a Spider-Man game, and like play the tutorial for 10 minutes and then turn it off.
He was playing the Harry Potter game the other day.
Yeah. It's such a dumb thing like that you would do when you're like a kid, where you get like the flash cart with all the games on it, and you're like, oh, I can play this one. I can play this one. And you realize most of them are shitty. Like, if you download, like, every N64 game, there are, like, 6 good ones in there.
At this point in your life that you would actually want to play. But, like, that video, he posted a video a day ago where it was, I win a match on every SmackDown vs. Raw video game, and starting with, like...
Against the computer? Yeah. They make him so you can do that.
He also looks insane. His beard is disgusting, man. Like, look at his... If you haven't seen his beard, he I don't know how to describe it. Again, it doesn't really connect on the sides, but the thing on his chin is so long and stringy. Like you can see individual hairs poking from his chin. And when he moves and talks, his mustache is vile.
He's just cruising toward disaster.
I mean, he's there.
With the economy, going into a recession, and his parents are already like, his dad's knocking on his door, like, did you vacuum? He's like, fucking goddamn it. No, I didn't fucking fucking stupid bitch.
We talk about Peckerwoods on here a lot, but damn, he looks like a fucking Peckerwood.
He really does. You're right.
He looks like he just got out of prison and he was in the fucking the Unforgiven. He's got that nasty little scraggly beard. My God.
Ugh, that's my goat.
Like, goddamn. Yeah, my updated modded Xbox 360 game library.
Oh, you're right, Chad. He does have the Halo 3 Avi. Yeah, because he's trying to do the 360 stuff now.
Oh, God, it sucks, man.
Yeah.
No one wants to see you just play those emulated games.
What do you mean, Alex? That wasn't the best time of your life?
No.
Oh.
I never had a 360.
God, that's really pathetic, man.
Yeah, God, like, it's one thing to play Red Dead Redemption. That's the only game that you would really want to, like, pull out an Xbox 360 to play.
I mean, that 360...
But if you're not playing that...
360 had a very good library, unlike the other two.
I think that's the best.
It's up there.
I mean, stuff that hasn't been remastered.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Obviously, all the Halo games.
That's the thing is like everything that's been out on it has been remastered, and you can like play it now, and also all those good games that you had like good memories playing on the 360. Like you don't want to play now.
It's all such a time sink, right? Like the idea of playing Oblivion might be fun, but then you like start doing it, you're like, fuck me, I don't want to go through all this shit again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's the kind of stuff it's easier to do when you're like on summer vacation.
Yeah, when you're 16.
You're just killing time. But when it's like, I want to play a video game and I've got like an hour or maybe 2 hours, it's like, I don't want to download all this shit and get into this giant RPG. Yeah. Especially if it's old.
Yeah, because it's like, it's harder to deal with and it's like just more annoying. And like, you're going to play Assassin's Creed 3 again? You're going to play Batman Arkham Asylum again? No, like, not on the 360.
You're going to scroll through them on the menu and be like, I got all these good fucking games.
I remember this fucking game. This is awesome. Grand Theft Auto 4.
Awesome.
That's cool. You're not going to do any of this shit.
I love remembering, just scrolling through shit, remembering it. Just being depressed in my room, just saying, remember all these shows, remember all these games. Isn't that fucking good? I think I'm gonna go take a nap.
His name on Xbox is Darth Stoned Fuck.
Yeah, because it's not plugged into anything. It's not online. So you can just
what a goat,
that's
man.
So good, man.
I can finally do whatever I want.
So goddamn cool.
I want Darth Stoned Fuck, motherfucker.
Darth Stoned Fuck. That's fucking awesome, man.
It's such a funny thing. And he was also like 8 when the Xbox 360 was around.
Yeah. Xbox 360 came out when I was in high school.
Brutal. Like fuck, he like had to give back his PS5, and he was like, "Oh, I got like $60. What's a game system I can get?
What can I fucking get? Fucking bullshit."
And I think if I was in that position, I think I would just stream PC games.
Yeah, well, he doesn't know how.
Darth Stoned Fuck.
But he doesn't really want to play those either. Because he doesn't want to do anything. Because he has executive dysfunction, and he doesn't want to play anything or do anything, and he just wants to sit there and say, "Oh fuck, I don't know, I'm fucking." And like people are supposed to watch you do that. They don't want to watch you do that, man.
Why don't they? That's fucked up, man.
Like you're just depressed. You need to get some sunlight.
Yeah, he definitely needs to get some vitamin D.
He genuinely needs to just go around and film himself being annoying to people. That is genuinely what he needs to do, because that's his funniest content. It's like getting thrown out of stores in the mall. And it's like that's the kind of content you can do if you're like a charismatic younger guy. Mm-hmm. If you're like a good looking guy who would have been like a Vine star or something, just like walking around the mall being like, "Hey everybody, what's going on?" And then like the security comes after you and you're like trying to riz up the security and do shit like that. And you can't really do it successfully if you're a guy like him and you're like, "We're a fucking bitch."
What do you mean?
Fucking bitch and Hot Topic told me to get out, fucking bitch. I fucking hate this stupid place. But it is really funny. It is really funny to just be like a nasty little shithead, just going around the mall, filming people and be like, what the fuck is this?
Remember him at the water park when it would cut, there'd be an edit and a cut, and then it'd be like, well, the fucking lady at the fucking front wouldn't let us bring blah, 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 and she's a fucking bitch, by the way. He started saying it really loud.
Yeah, getting thrown out of the water park at like age 25.
God.
It's so funny. He needs to do that again.
Such a cow-eyed dumb fuck. I love him.
I miss
just walk around bothering people.
We need to like get him a license and just like a car that he can use to just travel around. He would never drive it. We need to get him a driver. That's what we need to get him, a chauffeur.
His parents should just give him one of their new cars and say, the only catch is you have to drive away from here and never come back.
The last time I saw him drive was when he did his live stream to the mall to get ooze.
Yeah, and he was hitting the Delta 8 pen in his parents' car, just driving down the highway.
He was smoking Delta 8 with no seatbelt, reading chat, and flying down the highway. And he had the window just cracked enough where it was going, and he wouldn't fucking fix it.
He needs to get with those single moms again that drive an hour to go pick him up.
It's so funny. It's so funny to be in the car with him to go to the mall or something. Those real life vlogs, because like I think the function of those IRL vlogs is to sort of like have a parasocial experience where you're in the car with like rich kids. You're hanging out with rich kids who live in like a nice suburb, and you're like, we're going to the mall and we're getting a bunch of stuff and hanging out and being cool. And like his is more like a simulation of like being like 22 and you and all your friends are unemployed and you're all like, oh, I gotta look around my car for $2 so we can get like a bag of chips and then just sit here and like we don't have any weed and
POV,
I don't know.
Going to the mall with guy you hate.
Yeah, going to the mall with a guy you hate, not getting anything because your card got declined. Going
no
home,
money.
just getting pissed
no
off.
Money
and taking
mall
a nap.
challenge.
No money mall challenge. You're both pissed off.
How long can we stay in the mall with no money? And
I think the last time I went on one of those where there's like a going out with my boys with like $1 between all of us, I was probably 12.
Yeah.
I fucking started working, so I didn't want to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it really sucks. It's really depressing to be out with a group of guys and you're all like, yeah, I don't have any money. We can't like go to McDonald's or whatever.
No, yeah, the last time I can think of that was like before I had a license. Yeah, maybe like when I was like 14 and like someone like drove us to some place and it was like, well, shit, I can't even buy like a McDouble. I can't. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
What are we doing here? This sucks.
Like you're just bored and it's like, this is kind of, I exhausted all the potential for this. Like,
so I imagine like Mock Tech when he says like, well, looks like I'm getting the Switch too, and it's like, Mock Tech.
Okay.
If you turn your pockets inside out, it would look like a Hey Arnold close up where it's like some gum and some jacks and a moth would fly out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fucking bouncy ball.
Did you see he apologize to Melanie Mack for not giving her enough prayers lately?
Yeah. Did you see him reply to it again and say,
yeah, and then he said this was a waste of time.
No faves, cool.
And then the next day he started doing it again. It's fucking crazy.
He's the man.
And it's still on his feed.
He's gonna kill her. He's gonna kill her for sure.
It's crazy to not even delete that, to be like, hey, fuck you, bitch. You don't give me attention. Well, I'm not going to give you attention, you stupid bitch. You're just using me for money. And then you don't even delete that. And then 4 hours later, you're like, I hope Jesus blesses you with a pleasant morning.
It is also funny to be like, oh, you're just using me for money. Oh, my money.
Yeah, she's not using him for anything is the thing.
Yeah, no,
like he's not giving her anything.
He's not giving anybody anything.
He's just replying to her.
The only Switch 2 Mock Tech's gonna have is when he has to switch to another Twitter account because Melanie Mack blocks him again.
Woo! Like he can't even make the case that she's like exploiting him.
No.
In any way.
No, like everyone else can.
She's getting nothing out of it.
But I do appreciate it is funny that she finally like wised up and was like, I just gotta mute him and like he'll never pop up.
Oh yeah.
And like I can't block him because he's just gonna come up with like a bunch of new accounts and be like, interesting, I found somebody made Melanie block me, and certainly not because I'm just a fat freak that's gonna kill her.
One of those other nasty women she talks to is like, oh, you gotta mute this guy. I'll show you. It's better than blocking. I'll show you how.
And she's like, okay.
Yeah.
Man, what a nasty fucking lady herself.
And also she's like, she's gotten popular enough on X because of what X is.
Yeah.
That like her mentions are just filled with guys like that. They're just hundreds of them, of guys who are like the gaming shitlord. And it's like a 38-year-old guy who's like hasn't seen sunlight in 3 years.
She was getting flamed by her followers when Sydney Sweeney announced she's like not marrying that guy, and she like wants to just like not be married. And she was like,
yeah, she's like 24.
Are we celebrating this slut deciding to break the sanctity of marriage and still be a slut? And everyone's like, you are 38 years old. You are washed up.
They're not even married. They weren't married. There's nothing in the Bible that says you can't break an
Even
engagement.
her like blue check fucking moron followers were like ripping into her. And it was so
what
good.
are you talking about?
All those horny tards that follow her, you can't go after Sydney Sweeney. They fucking, they're cocking their hard cocks like they're racking like a gun, like.
Don't, she's like
a,
she's like a right wing symbol.
Yeah.
Even though she isn't like right wing and in any like explicit way.
No, remember she went to that family wedding where someone had a MAGA hat on. And
yeah,
like,
right.
Yeah, she has like
bitch.
MAGA family in Montana, and she's not outwardly like I'm queer and I'm leftist.
Me personally, all my family here in Michigan are all Marxists.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Right.
Yeah, my family are all libs.
I hate when people act like that. Sydney Sweeney has a conservative uncle. Like, oh my fucking god,
let's kill her.
Yeah, you have to be kind of sheltered.
Yeah,
to like not
think like
be
that.
dealing with those people, because unfortunately, anywhere you go, unless you're in like very specific parts of like California or New York or something, even like New York City, you go to Staten Island and it's all Republicans, or you go to like Brighton Beach or something.
Even your area, Alex. I think of Western Mass is like libtard area, but it's a mix.
Yeah, it's still like 30-40%.
Yeah, it's a big time mix.
And the rest are lesbians, but they're still there.
I talk about this all the time, but like growing up in like Northeast Ohio and then seeing people waving like the Confederate flag and dressing country, and it's like, wait, what the fuck? Like, we don't even like we can't even.
It's just like stupid,
like,
uneducated white culture.
Yeah.
At this point, it's like a generic white culture that Polish people can do, and Irish people, and English people, and whoever like lives far enough from the city. That's the default shit you like. It used to be like Eminem was part of that, and then they switched to Jelly Roll and Kid Rock and Morgan Wallen, and
Jelly Roll's cool. Jelly Roll loves everybody. Jelly Roll's got nothing but love for everybody.
They just have this general stupid attitude where they're like, "Fuck you! I drink my fucking tall boys and go around in my truck, and don't tell me what to do. I'm a fucking rebel."
Alex, the money of when you said depending on where you grew up, it's what you like. My mind was blown the other day because I was watching. My thing lately has been watching those old Jenny Jones episodes on YouTube. They're so fucking good because that was one of those shows where they didn't have to bring people onto script stuff because they would just find like all the prompts in between where it's like, do you have a parent that doesn't want you dating outside of your race? Call us, like that type of thing. And they would just have families like that that were like legit fucking psychopaths on. We watched the hate website one. They had the original Stormfront guy, Don Black, on there. And his kid was on there with the Stormfront for Kids website. And that was Derek Black. Derek Black is now Adrienne Black, and she just wrote a memoir talking about being the fucking Stormfront kid to now being an anti-racist trans woman. And her mom, Don Black's wife, her bio mom is ex-wife of David Duke, and her godfather's David Duke. Like, what a bad role.
Oh my god, yeah.
But my mind was blown at there was another one that was, do your parents not support what you want your career to be? And there was like teenagers, so it was like 13-year-olds being like. But this one kid was from Boston, or like at least somewhere. They might have mentioned the city, but he had a Boston accent, and he wanted to be a race car driver, and his dad didn't want him to be a race car driver, and his dad's like, he was like this other big Boston guy. He's like, I already had one daughter die, and she wasn't driving. It was from an asthma attack, but I can't bury another kid. And the kid's like, Dad, it's NASCAR. They got roll bars. I was fucking dying.
Jesus Christ.
The whole thing was like, that show's awesome because for when it took place, it has the most incredible U.S. accents. They'd bring these people into Chicago from all over the country. And on another one, they had this love triangle from Philly, and there was this cool looking. He kind of looked like LeVar Ball used to look back in the day, with this like high top fade. And he had the most Philly accent. He's this cool black guy. He's going, no, I was at home. It was so fucking funny.
I said this when we were talking about Jenny Jones last night. But that was my favorite like daytime talk show as a kid. Like if I was sick, it was like I gotta watch Jenny Jones, and I just thought she was like the sexiest woman on the planet. I thought that was like the height of like.
I was dying at that last night because I was like, she's a pretty and classy older lady, but to me, she was always like sort of granny or auntie type.
Oh no!
Like I always confused her in my head with like the aunts from Sabrina.
Yeah, I never saw that on TV. I don't think they carried it on our local.
Yeah,
channels.
She was Canadian, so we got it. Well, she was out of Chicago, but they played all her shit in Canada and the north, like east.
She was like the biggest one here, like bigger than Sarah Jesse Raphael or.
Let's see, Jenny Jones 2003. What did she look like in 2003?
We're talking more like Jenny Jones, 1998.
Okay.
Yeah, she was pretty.
Ooh. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, actually,
Yeah,
I'm looking
baby.
at YouTube now.
Yeah, she looks fine, I guess.
1998
Hubba,
might have. Maybe it was the reruns that were getting me, but
The brick
Also,
was
we're talking
fucking
about
hit.
TV. We're talking about old.
Yeah, we're talking
TVs.
old ass CRT.
It was hard to really see what anyone looked like.
No, she's
there's one from 98.
She's
Yeah,
she's
she's
78 now. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
did you see her where she was born? She's so old. She was born
Palestine.
pre-Israel, Bethlehem.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she's technically Palestinian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's
Pretty cool. She was a drummer in a rock band.
Yeah, I was laughing because they toured their circuit. They toured was like North Bay, Thunder Bay, and Sudbury. Woo! Had some heavy hitter towns up there. That's some fucking far north shit.
6 silicone implant operations since 1981 had left her with firm and asymmetrical breasts.
Humana, baby.
She later had them removed.
Is that her Wikipedia?
Okay.
Yep.
It's on her Tittipedia. Tittipedia.
Yeah.
Wiki
We should take that
tits.
off. That's embarrassing. But I guess she
Wiki Teats. Wiki Teats is so foul and horny. Yo, let me check your Wiki Teats. That's kind of fire.
That's fucking gross.
Really.
Apologies to Jenny Jones. I'm sorry.
I was dying at Felix calling Ethan Klein the Mr. Skin for Hassan. Because I've never seen Hassan so almost naked than as many times as I saw in that video or whatever.
Yeah.
Shit kills
He's still
me.
talking about that. He's got to stop talking about that, man.
Yeah.
He's like a white trash. He's like a white trash person. He's like the AAPs. Like, I didn't think Jews could do that. Where they're just on Facebook all day being like, don't fucking talk shit about how they called CPS on my kids. I fucking talked to that guy and they said I raised my fucking kids. Don't you ever fucking bring that shit up. And you and my fucking cousin, I know you fucking borrow my car. Like, you can't be just posting that shit every day. You look like an asshole regardless of what the facts are.
If I looked like I was dying of a bunch of kinds of AIDS, I would stop filling my day with like rage for somebody else because he looks so bad.
Yeah. He's tweaking.
I was thinking the other day, like
tweaking.
it's been very frustrating for me having to just see him and hear about him for so long in the last few like weeks. It's like, this just sucks.
He's on Israeli Captagon. That's what they're giving him. He's just allegedly taken 3 30-milligram Adderalls first thing in the morning and just sitting down on his computer and just, I'm so fucking mad at all my enemies.
I hate seeing it on Twitter. I hate scrolling through and I just go, oh God, fuck. I see his face again. Someone posting about him and it's like, damn it. Why? I'm so sick of him.
Yeah. Do his fans like that? At this point, if you're a Zionist, do you even want to see that kind of stuff?
No, you got to be like,
what Zionists used to do is they would show like Birthright or like the people in the nightclubs and going to the beach and doing the Dead Sea where they put the blackface on and stuff and say, oh, that's what Israel is. It's so nice. Like they don't keep trying to argue with people about like, no, a lot of those kids were enemy combatants and we had to blow up that school because they had bombs in it. At a certain point, bringing that shit up is just making you look bad.
Yeah.
Like if I was a Zionist and I wanted to like maintain like the cognitive dissonance that it's okay, I wouldn't be just like consuming guys arguing about it all day about like the death counts and like what constitutes a war crime. It would give you unpleasant associations.
You're making yourself look like a fucking absolute moron, but you also deserve it to go down like that in history.
Yeah, it was good. I hope worse things happen to them.
Yeah, like war and conquest, it makes people psychotic. All their empathy goes away and they're just like, they turn into rabid dogs.
Okay, but it's already so bad, but to make it over your own personal gripe with somebody is so much sicker.
It's also about, like suing your maid and shit.
Yeah, but he's got like a clearly just not there mentally. And, like you said, he's sniffling.
Just like take a break or something. Stop talking about your kid's poop.
He's suing Noah Sampson for Noah debunking his like stupid little video with saying everything he said wrong. And he got so mad at Noah's video, like getting all this attention from people being like, damn, Ethan's video was pretty wrong about a bunch of shit. They're just suing him now for a few certain things in the video. And it's just like, I don't even know, I think we're going to sue you if you don't make these corrections. And there's all these lawyers that are looking at it like, there's no case here. It's just.
Wasn't his whole thing that he like set the precedent with the bold guy about defamation?
Yeah, he used to be on the other side of it. Not just suing people for no reason because they were talking shit on the internet. And now he's like suing Reddit and stuff. Like, you're like a popular guy who's like, whole thing was just making fun of people on the internet for like 15 years. You have like 1 million subscribers. People are going to talk shit about you. They're going to spread weird gossip. That's like, you're like a celebrity. Yeah. That's what happens. And people say fucked up shit. They say, oh, that guy's gay. That guy, like, oh, he cheats on his wife. He doesn't take care of his kids, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's just how people talk about anyone that's famous enough.
Yeah,
you can't be like name searching yourself, being like, this random Reddit account thinks I'm a bad father.
And I'm sorry, you're giving the worst attention and ammo, or you're giving ammo to the worst people when you do things like falsely claiming blanket tens of thousands of people of being anti-Semitic from certain communities and shit, and then turn around and being like, oh, you're gonna say what I said wrong, I'm gonna sue you. Like every Jew hater in the world now is like, oh, of course he's suing. Like that's what they do. Like he turns around and does that, right? Like it's crazy. Just immediately get litigious because you're so mad at Noah's video. Like it's insane.
Well,
and he's also the guy that will
makes people bring out that fake Voltaire quote, like, the people with the true power are the people that you can't criticize.
Yeah.
Criticize someone and see who yells at you, and then you'll know
the more people
wrong.
who get mad at you, the more right you are.
And also, it's bad news because, like, I heard his lawyers are teaming up with Slimer. And they're gonna make a group case. And I think we're all gonna be in trouble. We're all gonna be under the
it's almost like outlaw.
The he generation's brand.
Fuck he. Fuck you he. Just kidding. Ignore us. We don't care.
Yeah, it's like two guys who have been on the internet long enough and have spent enough time on the computer, him and Outlaw, that they should know that that's the kind of shit that happens. Mm-hmm. Like when you have like a years-long crash out and you're just constantly having meltdowns and shit, that's what happens. People clip it, they make fun of you, they make compilations. That's just how shit works. And you can't fix it by saying like, I'm going to fucking kill all of you making fun of me. I'm going to sue all of you. That's just basic internet 101 shit.
6 months from now, Alex, there's going to be a bunch of Hassan haters that are teamed up for a new podcast. It's going to be like Mudahar from Ordinary Gamers with Ethan Klein. Then Outlaw's gonna be sitting there just fucking fidgeting the whole time. Like, yeah, I bet Tom would probably hate Hassan or think Hassan is cool too.
And they're like, what?
Yeah. They have him on to talk shit about like Felix and Noah Colwyn and Hassan. Like thinking that he has a bunch of dirt to dish out, and he's like, oh, so Tom, I heard he lives in Cleveland.
Slimer.
Coming to Cleveland to find you. Coming to Cleveland to find you, Tom.
Tom, I wonder if Tom is mad that the Browns aren't doing well.
He probably weighs 400. He says I weigh 375, but I think he weighs 400 pounds. Yeah. He accused me of weighing 400 pounds.
I would love to send an Outlaw a notarized letter telling him to stop fucking.
Oh, I know, right? That would be so funny.
I would say fucking in the letter too, just to make him scared.
And just not like a notarized letter, just putting any sort of like stamp on.
Oh yeah, letter. I mean like a fake one.
Yeah, just like
fucking a wax seal made out of melted candy. He like it and goes.
You wouldn't be able to get it open.
Oh, he didn't get it open. Don't you worry.
Well, I gotta chew this open. It seems.
It appears that I am forced to eat this open. Just sending him like oh God, but he'd be talking about it nonstop. Oh, they sent me a letter in the mail.
Yeah, it's too much attention and effort for me to really do it. But it's a funny idea. It's funnier just to say and not do. One of those.
Yeah, you don't have to tell him anything. He's just going to bring it up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I heard Tom was talking about me.
It's like when he bought a shirt of ours and then pretended that someone sent it to him. Like he bought a shirt because he bought the right size. Just so happened someone bought him a shirt and just so happened to guess that he wears a whatever XL.
A medium.
Yeah, medium.
A 6X medium.
Yeah.
A sex medium
his size is a
yours.
3XL, but he wears two sizes under that.
First of all, there's no shot he's a 3XL at this point. Fucking
he's 3XL is like the max that most shirt stores wear, so he will buy a 3XL. Like say he wants like a like a wrestling type shirt. Like they usually don't make bigger than that.
Probably.
They make wrestling shirts
Cobra
big.
Kai shirt.
Yeah, they do.
Where's he gonna get his clothes now that we have all these tariffs on China?
Okay, that makes sense.
Like, where's he gonna get an off-brand Mortal Kombat hoodie?
Aaron, I'm like, oh yeah, my bad. They probably do make the wrestler shirts big because those guys are big.
Yeah, they're strong.
They're so straight. It's for bodybuilders.
Jay Uso's got to fit into this. Guy wearing like a 6X.
The Big Show.
The WWE shop goes up to 5XL.
No, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
Why not?
Yeah, those guys are really
but
strong.
Those shirts are also like cheaply produced, so they can like be like, oh yeah, we'll send you a 5X. Like, we don't fucking care. It just says like John Cena on the front with like his
the design
wristbands.
is the same size.
Yeah.
Or the sizing for India and China versus US is so funny. How our like 4X is like 10 or 11X in India. It's so fucking good. Buying an 11X shirt.
That made me feel bad. Japan was the same thing.
Like I think even like I wear XL, and I think that would be like a 6X in India or like a 5X in India. I would love to just be wearing a 5X shirt that's like normal looking.
Yeah.
Just to show people the tag and be like, look how fucking fat I am, dude.
I
You wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
I weigh 340.
Like a men's medium in Asia is like a shirt that a boy would wear here. Not even a boy, because the boys here are too fat. I don't know. You would have to put it on like a mannequin.
When I went to Japan the first time, I bought an XL shirt at Don Quixote, and I went to put it on, and I was like, "Oh nope, I'm giving that to my brother." Hey, dude, this will be
so
like
funny.
this.
This John Cena shirt is sold out of 3XL.
Ooh, nice.
Oh shit. Cool.
I need to wear that
you
shirt.
you don't see me. You don't see me. It's the biggest guy you've ever seen.
Speaking of fat, talented, untalented kids, did you guys see that? The Rizzler.
He's got aura. Don't say he's
Property song.
untalented.
The
He
Rizzler
has a Arizona iced tea.
No, he got signed by Nintendo, dude.
Yeah, I saw the
shit.
Nintendo ad.
See, it's because he has aura.
What's he doing?
He's being a fat little kid.
He's being a fucking fail gamer, dude. There's people that are posting shit like this. This is so funny. They're posting videos like calling him out for being a fake gamer and posting like how he's holding the controller and shit and showing that he's never played anything.
Was he supposed to be like a good gamer?
No.
Someone just assumed that he's a kid, so he must be really good at Nintendo Switch. We need some more child influencers who are gamers.
Yeah.
You would think you would be able to find those.
The
like,
problem is
so easily.
none
Frank
of them.
the Tank could probably scout some.
Yeah, he's following.
Yeah,
a
he's
few.
probably following
He
a
is
bunch of
scouting them.
Frank the Tank's probably like, the Rizzler is
Like,
so
find
pathetic. He's so fat. He's not even cute.
Like, it shouldn't be hard to find an 8-year-old who's good at Nintendo.
But that's not the point. The point is he's like the most famous
That he's
8-year-old in the
famous.
Yeah,
world.
exactly.
And like,
But there's got to be a way to combine it. There's got to be a way to combine like a kid that's good at Nintendo and can also eat a bunch of cookies and say boom.
They tried that. The movie called The Wizard, and it failed.
Well, the kid wasn't
in
fat
theaters.
enough. They didn't have Fred Savage get fat enough.
Those games,
Yeah.
or how do you look like the Rizzler? Like, no offense, I always say this. I feel bad for the Rizzler because I think they're setting him up for a sad life later.
totally.
Like,
No, he made his bed. He knows exactly what he's doing.
It's his fault. It's all his fault.
when you're famous for being the little fat kid, like you're just gonna grow up to be the big fat man. Earlier, there's a new someone did a D colon like the face earlier, like first time chatter, because I said this kid's got less talent than Chum Lee. At least someone said, yeah, at least Chum Lee could sell drugs for a while there.
Yeah.
He
And,
died.
It makes me
One said a
think of
word.
I just think
that's
if
a
you
good
look like the
Abby.
Rizzler though when you're a kid, here's what I think of. If I see a kid that looks like the Rizzler, he's gonna know how to A, work a smart TV good as fuck, B, know where all the snacks are, and C, use a phone fast as fuck. Like
Yeah.
the Rizzler might be able to do those things, but he is not a gamer. Like
No, he's fake. He's fake as fuck.
It makes me think of
Absolutely
the Goonies with Chunk, and like he did
The
the truffle
Huh?
shuffle,
Yeah.
and like that guy like grew up and like lost weight, and like everybody, can you do that? And he's like, no, I'm not going to do that. I will not do that. I refuse to do that. Like you just get, and that was like in the '80s with like all these morons
wow, what a
obsessed
bad
with it.
sport.
I
where
bet
it wasn't
Outlaw
like-
could do it.
Ooh, no, he would
Outlaw
not
could
do
be
it.
Outlaw could be the new Chunk.
He
I'm
Outlaw
telling
lifts
them.
his
Yeah.
shirt and it's just solid muscle under there.
No, he would be the monster from the Goonies
Fucking-
at this point.
No, the best is the Ron Duncan one with his big ass fucking belly going down to the floor.
You'll
Fuck.
see.
That guy actually got muted by Melanie on YouTube and on Twitter because he kept asking her to contribute to her channel. Like, I have a lot of interesting ideas about the Bible, and I was thinking of making a similar channel, and maybe like if you could respond to my 7 emails, like I've got some collaborations I would like to do with you.
He still has 0
all right,
videos
man.
up.
Yeah.
Well, he's
It's
waiting.
one of the, yeah.
Starting
One of those daydream
starting
plans.
to want to think to start to upload if Melanie replies to him about
It's
it.
really hard to make a YouTube channel. That's the thing. Like, you have to file out a bunch of paperwork. You have to like send out for like the book.
You gotta
and they
talk
send
to
you
a
the
lawyer.
He claims he's already pre-recorded all of his videos. He's not gonna have any news.
Pre-recorded. Nothing like getting a pre-recorded YouTube videos about the news. That's what we should do.
Pre-recorded YouTube.
And I just can't find the time to put them on YouTube. To just drag them into the box. Because I'm busy commenting on your YouTube
I was recording
channel.
another video and I can't post this one.
Yeah,
so
sorry. I have 4 years of videos ready, and these first few
Yeah.
are going to be pretty shitty because I'm just getting started, but I have some really good ones coming at the end.
Bear with me.
Yeah, bear with me.
Watch my 4 years of content. Then it's going to get real good.
Thank you for being here. I used to be funny.
Thank you, everyone, for being here and listening to this. Check out the live show on June 6th in Beacon, New York. Buy some tickets.
Check out the Patreon feed.
The link is on the Twitter at WFYM Radio. It's also
if
on
5 more
Patreon.
people buy tickets, I will be going.
And I will also doing I will be in Michigan for the Gamers Outreach charity event this upcoming weekend of the 12th, 11th, something like that. I forget
You should
exactly
find
what
out.
date it is, but I will be live.
You want
from
to enter the
event.
raffle
Pull up
at the Fuck a
calendar
Fan
here.
with Chet?
Why is it-
Link
Yeah,
in
he's going to
bio.
mail you.
Yeah. So 11th, 12th, and 13th, I will be on land doing.
Yeah,
a
you're gonna be
charity
on
event,
land,
so
of
please
course.
Stop by, guys. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Shut the fuck up.
Don't say that.
Sick kids, man. Come on.
Of course, he's not at
Look
sea.
out for those streams.
Kids.
Look out for him. Watch out.
Whoop,
Yep,
whoop,
keep
and
it up,
amen.
everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
But if this ever-changing world in which we live in makes you give in and cry, say live and let die. Live and let die. Live and let die. Live and let die. What does it matter to you when you got a job to do? You gotta do it well. You got to give the other fella You used to say, live and let live. But if this ever-changing world in which we live in makes you give in and cry, say live and let die.